What's up, pedal nerds, nerdillers, nerdizzles, and... So, I'm here with a very special pedal. Confusing. Chris Jupiter. Is that actually his name? I don't know. So, Chris is this really, really tall, scary guy with, like, metal everywhere. Metal! And the tats, and he's, you know, rock and roll! Or doomy roll, or I don't know, stoner metal roll. I don't know what he does. Weird stuff, I know that much. And he stopped by the Joyo booth at Musikmesse and hung out. Very cool guy. And he gave me the Gainsaw Deluxe. I already did a quickie about the Gainsaw, which is just the whole time, but very cool. So he gave me the Gainsaw Deluxe, which is supposed to have more options, and we're gonna look at the options. So it's a big-ass pedal, as you can clearly see right here. I'm playing it with the... with the Houston Kettner. No, that's not a Houston Kettner. I'm confused. Playing it with the PRS SE set. You can't get this anymore. It's a great guitar. With the P90, it's a junior type guitar. Going into the Gainsaw Deluxe, which is right now powered with 12 volts. Can be 9 or 12. Going into the Sir Badger, going into the Torpedo Studio with two 412s left and right. And that's pretty much it. That is the setup. In the effects loop, I've got a bellwether from Walrus Audio just in case we need delay. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So here's my, let's call it clean sound. Chris likes to break sounds. That's the whole idea. That's what he does. Pedals that make your sound, I would say, worse. That's my impression of it. So that's not really clean. That's already a little bit unclean. Let's roll it off. So with everything kind of new, so what are the controls? I don't know. I actually have no idea. There's the half moon and the full moon. There's a broken heart and a not so broken heart. You actually can't really see this well. There's like a volume triangle, empty and full, even though this doesn't really seem to do volume. And here we have, I can't even tell you what this does. And then there's a switch that says anti-wave and no wave. Well, we know exactly nothing. The signal dies off relatively quickly, kind of like one of those fuzzes that I don't like. Not a lot of compression happening, and you can clearly hear like a fizzly fuzziness, like a broken type of fuzz. So I'm gonna try dialing buttons that I don't know what they do. So on that anti-wave setting, nothing happens except at the very end it gets brighter. Something happens there. Something happens. So half moon. Full moon. Broken heart. I don't know. We're gonna go to no wave instead of anti-wave and see what happens. So, then there's this other switch. Let's see what that does. This is really difficult for me because, well, Chris is such a nice guy. But all the niceness doesn't make me love this pedal more. It's not really possible. I want to, give this guy a review that says, hey, dude, you're way cool, awesome what you're doing, but I want to let you guys know what I think. For me personally, that's not my thing. I mean, obviously, Chris and I, we're very different when it comes to what we like in a pedal. He likes to create noisescapes, then sample stuff, then kick the spring reverb and create noisescapes. Okay, I personally like to make music with notes. I like pop rock stuff where you actually put the notes in the mix and they sound nice. He likes to break sounds. So I'm very clearly the wrong person to test a pedal like this, which for me just creates broken sounds. But let's say I liked broken sounds. I mean, some fuzzes are broken and I can deal with them. Here's my gripe with it. I have no idea what this thing does. I have no way of predicting what 4 out of 4 knobs do. No way of knowing what's gonna happen when I turn a knob. Dr. Tom Ray, one of my mentor when it comes to sound design. Yes, I studied sound design at Berkeley. What he said, the definition of a professional is someone who can predict the near future. That sounds all esoterical and stuff, but it isn't. All that he meant is, when you're a professional, you know that your action that you're going to do is going to cause something to happen, and that's something you can predict. If I crank up the gain knob, I know I will get more gain. So if in my head, my guitar sound doesn't have enough gain, I will go crank up the gain, and then I know what the result will be. So I can predict the near future. If I'm a car guy and I'm going to turn the wrench to the left, I know that in the near future, the screw will come out. All that it is when you're professional, you can predict the near future. I'm going to reach for this volume knob on the board and I'm going to pull it down, and that means that the vocals have more air to breathe because I'm taking the distorted bass down. Whatever it is, whatever, you're a hairdresser, you're cutting hair. I know if I'm going to cut here, I'm going to lose my job or I'm going to not get paid. Whatever it is, you have to be able to predict the near future. With this, I can't be a professional because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't understand this thing in any way. I don't know what no wave and anti-wave does. I don't know what any of the knobs do. So it's very difficult for me to do anything with it because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't understand. It's not like it doesn't have a volume knob. None of these things can get the volume down, even though there's a volume sign here. So for me, it's very confusing. It makes me angry because I don't know what I'm doing. The pedal doesn't help me to get the sound I'm looking for, even if I'm looking for a broken sound. This switch does some kind of self-oscillation, but sometimes does and sometimes it doesn't. So how am I supposed to know what's going to happen? Apart from that, here are my bitchiness things about it. I love the big ass switch. That's just manly. Chris is a huge guy, okay? I mean, he needs big ass switches, big ass dials. Having little pictures, little pictograms is not a bad idea. I don't know what they do. I don't know why half moon, full moon. I don't know broken heart, full heart. I don't know what that means. I looked for the manual. I don't think I had one. I don't know. Maybe I lost it. I don't know. But it might just be my idiocy not having read the manual. So I'm sorry, that could absolutely be me. But why are the knobs so big that they're actually covering the pictures? So this graphic has been designed, and then later the size of the knobs was decided on. So either change the graphic or make the knobs smaller so I can actually see my little graphic. The other thing is, again, the graphic has been designed badly because this huge switch is covering the anti-wave in no wave. You actually have to go really close. Those words need to be further apart. I know this is a do-it-yourself guy that does it in his garage. I fully understand. But when we bitch about stuff, and I bitch about MXR and Digitech and big companies, I'm going to have to bitch about small stuff like this. So I don't think this is ready. I think the graphics need to be redone. I like the big knobs. That's cool. But help me understand what I'm doing with the visuals. And maybe just don't do visuals. Maybe actually write on the damn thing what it does. Because with the pedals this special, maybe I can't remember next time I put it on the table with the 4 controls. I don't know. If you like unpredictability, and if you like, a guy that is completely off his rocker when it comes to sounds, and is a super nice guy, by the way, check out Jupiter Effects. I personally do not know how to use this in a musical way. But maybe that's the whole point. Maybe the whole point is not to use it musically. Maybe the whole point is not to know what's going to happen. Maybe the point is to let things take their course. It's not my thing, but if you're into that, that could be your box. The Gainsaw Deluxe by Jupiter Effects. Chris, you still have to come here, drink coffee with me, and we chat about how fucked up different we both are. That'd be fun. Okay, see you guys.